Good evening.
Good evening.
Hello, Michael. How are you?
So,
I've just got an email.
Yep.
I've been in shift since 4 o'clock. I just got my phone and what do I listen?
Yeah, the task 2, the consultation. I can't find it.
Which one was that?
The one where you had to do the information booklet thing that you missed the first time.
the one that me and you haven't done for the first one.
Well, I did do it.
No,
Well, just send it to me again then. I just can't find it.
Oh, yeah.
okay.
I've got the law one
Yeah, yeah.
for task 2, but I haven't got a task 2 for consultation.
Oh, yeah.
I think.
Well, I can't do it now, but I'll do it now.
Okay. So, our first, I'll sit here for now. I'm put my jigger in. Our scenario 1, your team is to mow a park adjacent to a busy road and the local primary school. It's spring and the day could be hot. Complete a safe work procedure for this task. So we're going to learn how to do safe work procedures. It's also known as a job safety analysis, but yeah, I don't know whether WorkSafe are changing the name or what the story is. But yeah, really, call it. You'll still hear it at work as a job safety analysis. So that's why the sheet actually says job safety analysis worksheet. I tried to change it to work on me.
It's known as WP.
Yeah, that's what you tell them. That's just WorkSafe though. And really, internally, it doesn't matter what you call it. So I need to give you a couple of things. I haven't got a very big one of those tonight. So I printed it single-sided, so you've got plenty of room to write stuff. Yes, today for 11. Thank you. Actually, I walked into the office, I cut down to do the mail run. And yeah, the music started. I sat down. I mean, it's a long time when you can't do anything. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do, and I might even annotate this perhaps on the, if I can, text and, yes. So the first thing we have to do is what we call a task breakdown. Which is in effect is column 1. So I picked this because I thought you might be able to picture what actually is happening here. So just to expand on the scenario a little bit, guys have got a ute. Because they've got a ute, they don't need a trailer. They've got all the gear that they need to do this job, just to mow, in the back of their ute. So when they get to the park, obviously they're going to have to unload, and then they're going to have to do a few other things, probably too, before they mow. So to me, the first step is going to be load and unload the ute.
Yep.
And even though, and we'll load the ute again at the end, but really when you've got something that's the inverse, as in this case, you really only need to do it once. For instance, there would be no point, let's just say we're limiting ourselves to what goes on at the park. So we're going to unload the trailer, but when we're finished, we're going to load it. And really the hazards are the same, whether we're loading or not unloading. So what might be the next step or the next activity?
Setting up.
Okay, so you're back at the depot. Okay.
It could be a hot day, so.
And this is why I say you limit your, and I agree, but you need to draw your line somewhere.
Make sure you got your right PPE glasses.
Yeah, well, let's deal with that as in the control sense. Yeah, no, it's good you've thought of that.
Well, that's where I was going next. If it's spring,
So again, it's going to be a control.
Yeah.
Yeah, so That's why I say to you, if you make this too complex in the first column, your job's going to get as big as big as big. And those things that you're telling me, they're going to come out as controls. Because if you have a look at the other columns, okay, so you've got the activity, the hazards, control, and who's got to do it. Okay, so all those sort of things are actually going to come out as you do it. So we've, inload, okay. I don't even know if I can change that in this mode. Let's try. I can.
Yeah, I saw that.
No.
I didn't say no.
No, please do. So we've unloaded it all out here. What are we going to do next? Going to jump straight in and mow the lawn?
No, we're going to put out signs. Mowing.
Okay, so again, that might be a control.
Cones if you need to.
So do we want to prepare to mow step, or do we just want to go straight to mow? We can try it and see what works. And remember, you're going to be doing this with whoever told you you've got a team up here. Yeah, your team, yeah. Yeah, so the whole team should be involved in doing it if you've got a team. Now, I'm probably pushing it a bit to say you've got a team to mow. Maybe if I'd said to mow and maintain the park, we might have needed a team. Because you could have some people weeding and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, just your team is to mow a park. So
Yeah. Or they could have, yeah, or you could have, you know, a ride-on mower and a little mower and a whipper snipper and a blower, yeah.
I noticed all the council workers have theirs at 40k signs about all their cones,
And
around the vehicles.
that goes in the control column.
So maybe the activity is prepare,
Mm-hmm.
control.
So then I'll let you put mow lawns and then probably clean up. Can you see how and yeah, you don't have to fill every row on your form. Some jobs you're going to need to divide up more than others. So that's certainly not an indicator of how many steps there are in these. So that's where you might start. And while you're thinking about that, we probably need to write something in the top of that form as well. What might we write in there?
Obviously, the company you're working for.
Yep.
Which park it is.
Yep. So be clear on where it is. Yep.
Who's involved?
Who's involved. And that then limits the number of times you actually have to do this. Although the next time you do this particular task, maybe it'll be the middle of summer. Or it might be that it's winter and the roads are frosty. So you just, while it's already been done for that particular job, you need to just run over it again and make sure there aren't any hazards to say. Okay? Maybe they're working on the road. And that might reduce the risk, or it might make it worse. Okay, so when you're ready, we'll move on to the next column. Let you do your note taking.
I just put a whole heap.
Yeah, it's nothing worse than what to write something. This might work. I'm just trying to do it so when it comes up on the video, all this is going to come up. Yeah, for whoever else might want to look at it later. So far, so good. So then we need to look at each step and say what sort of hazards we might have. Don't get too carried away. So what hazards have we got at the load and unload gear stage? Yeah. Can we perhaps be more specific there?
Depends on if it's a small mower that you're lifting onto it, or whether it's riding mower that you're driving onto it.
Yeah, we've got to use
It's who can you
Well, it
Can
depends
you
on the
put-
size.
Oh, you can't put ramps.
ramps?
Ramps, yeah.
This is for load and unload. Anything else you might want to put in there? Looking for
Or you
hazards.
control.
Looking for hazards. Yep, so where are we going to put the fuel? Unless we've given you a U. Not closed in. No. But I think we need to think about the container. That's why I want it to be in there. So fuel, particularly the container. What else have we got on the back of our uniform mower? Yeah. What do you mean by bits and pieces?
Oh, just put your fuel,
Yeah.
which could be different to the other.
You might have beans if you're going to take the cross.
That's it.
But is there a hazard with it? Oh, I really want to go across here. I'm going to run out of room, I can see. It doesn't matter, we'll try.
All your shafts. Spare plates. That'd be nice.
Oh, I can't get back in there.
Why don't you just use the job site? If you do it, why don't you just
Do it beforehand.
yeah.
Okay. It's not going to work, I don't think.
Just put another box underneath.
Yeah. I want to add to this here.
Well, it'll come out soon.
I guess the other thing is just securing the load. You can write that in on yours. Because yeah, you don't want things flying around. I'm thinking now rakes and the small hand tools that you might or might not need. But up to you to decide that one. Yes, yes. So you still, yeah, but you have a look at some of the guys that are gyms knowing they'll just have a 44-gallon drum.
Or a second.
It works. It works.
Saw one the other day, a trailer with little like D clamps top and bottom.
Yeah.
And they had the shovels.
Yeah.
Through them.
And you do that if it was your livelihood. Yeah, whereas we might just throw things lying down in the bottom of the trailer if we wanted to cart this sort of stuff around. So we really do need to secure load. What about in the prepare to mow step?
Make sure you've got proper PPE.
No, that's the control. What's the hazard?
Prepared to
In
mow.
the prepare to mow.
So you're obviously unloading.
No, we've already done that. So this is where you could,
Hazard is
this
the
is where you-
site itself.
yeah.
The public.
Yeah, so
What do you mean the site?
the surrounding areas, is it safe to mow there? Do you need to exclude people from that area?
Who might we need to exclude?
Public,
So we put
kids at primary school.
Students. We need to account for all of those. And this is also where I'd be thinking about, what about temperature? What's the hazard of working on a spring day when it might be hot? Yeah. What else? Yeah, but still in hazards. You sort of know, you know this one because you told me what you were going to do about it. No, yeah. Actually, the currents goes up in the previous one, but that's still a control. Yeah, we're still looking for hazards. There's one more that on a hot day and you're outside.
The
Yeah,
drinks.
yeah, so they're all controls. What's the hazard? What happens to
Dehydration.
yeah? I can't type the shit. Yeah, I can't say I've got baby brain. So just some more that might go in there. This comes under the access to the site. The risk could be while you're unloading, you might get hit by a car.
Most of them actually drive up into the top.
That's a control. Yeah, certainly if you can, that's way better than any cones you're going to put out. Yeah, but at the moment, yeah, looking for hazards.
Vehicles?
Yeah. So I'm not going to try and put any more in there. It's going to get too messy. But you can certainly add that in.
Anything that's left, like bottles or obstructions in the area that you're mowing.
Yep, that needs to go in somewhere. Because I would actually call all those projectiles. So it either goes in this one or it goes in the mow part. So we might just create another box for the mow part. And we'll say projectiles. What else might be a hazard while we're actually mowing? Okay, overhanging, I'll just put trees. Yeah, really, we're talking overhanging trees. What else? Doesn't matter whether it's a rider mower or a push mower. Actually, there's
Well,
probably,
when you're actually mowing them,
yeah,
you've got to worry about shit.
yeah, that's the projectile. Yeah, good one, mate.
Could you put public in there?
I wouldn't put it in twice because you're going to have the same control.
Holes, undulating ground, unevenness.
Terrain. I mean, it might not be around here. It might be, 10-degree slope. I didn't go that far. No, so just any hazards. Don't worry about what you might wear safety gear.
Yeah,
Just-
no.
Just looking for the hazards. Yeah, if you're pushing a mower, then
Hazards.
The blades.
Blades.
Good.
Easy to think of the control.
Yeah.
Why you wear it.
Mhm.
During that setback.
Fuel.
What you worried about exploding?
Yeah.
You have already got it down once. Smoking's always bad, isn't it? Probably needs to go in somewhere though because you've got fuel. I'll just make it a bit bigger. Not going to fit the next bit in, but
What's the smoking for?
cigarettes.
I'll put this.
I mean, it's just the fact that you're sitting over or you're leaning over to take the fuel.
Posture.
Yes?
Would smoking go in prepared smoke? Because that's when you'd be fueling up, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Could be.
If you're pushing out that 10-degree slope.
If you're pushing a push mower and it's too short for you, the handle's too low, you're going to feel it. This isn't just going out and mowing your handkerchief. This is mowing for a job. So the way you interact with the piece of equipment or the way you fit in with it is really important. But even a self-propelled one, if the handle's not the right height,
Oh, yeah.
you're still going to be leaning over.
Where we live out,
Oh, okay. You got to be with
there's something else. You can get across with it.
Yeah, then you're walking like this.
Oh, it's not that good.
I saw a guy one day, and this was the ultimate. He was a council fellow, and it was down on the Christmas Highway, going into, I think, Lane Warren or one of those little places, Officer maybe. And he was mowing the grass on the side of the road. I saw him, he's sitting there with his little remote control. What the hell is that guy doing? And then a bit further up, there was a mower, but all it was the blade. There was no ride on it attached to it. And he was mowing the side of the road where the incline was such that you couldn't get a ride on it. Yeah. Doing it all remotely.
Yeah, I've seen it. Not block.
Just when you think you
Blade
can't
first.
get it.
Oh,
You know what I do?
Hey, Deb.
hello, Deb.
I just press the handle and I'll walk beside it instead of behind it. And tweak it.
Hi.
The hell's it?
Hi.
Oh, good, you came here and talk to us.
Yeah, I did. Sorry, I'm running a bit late tonight.
I couldn't remember whether you said you were coming in tonight or not. I did write it down, but I couldn't find a bit of paper either.
Oh,
So we're definitely doing hazards tonight, and it's unfortunate. We'll just have to do the best we can for you. We're having a bit of a crap night, and at the moment we're doing what is in effect a job safety analysis or a safe work procedure to mow park adjacent to a busy road in a local primary school. That's the example we've got at the moment. And you can see up there what the blue bits, they're what the classes come up with. So feel free to add to
oh,
that.
okay.
And we've just got a table handout where we've done a task breakdown in the first column, the hazards in the second column. Chicane needs more coffee. And then we'll get up to risk controls. What are you dropping there?
Nothing.
Well, it sounded like you dropped something really important.
Oh, yeah.
No. Oh, I don't know what I did.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, so we've just come
Is
up.
there any handout for tonight or?
There's a really short PowerPoint one and some sample
Oh,
forms, which I'll send you when I get a
I'll
chance.
bring it for you.
Oh, yeah, Michael will bring him back up with him.
either that or I'll be in on Wednesday night.
Yeah, and we need to talk about Wednesday just before we go again too, because I don't know what's happening.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
I'll fill you in at some point. The others already know that bit. Yeah, so any other hazards while we're mowing the lawn?
Can you put people down?
That in-person mowing.
No.
The operators.
No, they're the person we're trying to protect.
What about, we don't know the length of time,
So it's a bit worried about
time rotation or anything.
repetition.
Also
Yeah.
body vibration.
It could be something that you do consider, but just because of space. Maybe vibration.
So that's what my question was going to be. What sort of lawnmower is this? Is this a ride-on mower or a push mower?
Could be anything. Could be both
Because you definitely have vibration.
with either. Perhaps not so
Hmm.
much with a ride on mower, but
Oh, trust me,
yeah, I know.
We've got it worse for you.
Is it pretty rough and ready?
It's actually not very old, but it's just,
I haven't mowed since my husband bought the one with the bars that go in and out. My brain does not compute to that.
What do you mean, Unity?
And forward and back. Instead of having a steering wheel, they've got these levers.
Oh,
yeah.
they turn within.
Yeah, brain doesn't compute.
Noise.
Yes, that's the one I was fishing for. I'll just, yeah. So that gives us a fair few hazards to deal with in that mowing part. I think that's probably, we've got the school kids in there, we've got the people. Yeah, I think you've probably got pretty much what I wanted you to get there. What about cleanup? Any hazards while we're cleaning up? Yes, so the lifting again.
So we're talking about cleanup.
Yeah, that's really loaded, I guess. Yeah, probably we don't want to put lifting because we've already covered that in the loading. So we'll take that one out. And feel free to do that.
What about snakes?
Mhm. Yep. And perhaps we also, just because we need to get it in somewhere, the one Lynn's for. So that would then cover anything like bee stings or allergies to plants or anything like that. Well, sometimes you have to say that. And so for some people, it's just the lawn trimmers themselves and seeds that might be there.
Dust,
Dust.
dust of bees.
Okay. So, and the other one perhaps that I'm going to push you a little bit to think about, your equipment's all hot now. You've just been using it. Particularly if you need to hose off your mower or anything like that. But remembering, particularly the push mower, the temptation might be there to lift it
That'd be
and it'll have a hot exhaust somewhere.
good to have any been washed off.
Probably
Anyway,
not.
you'd have to take it back.
Depends what it is. If it's a council park, you'll probably have a hose potentially. But yeah, you've got to remember that the engine's going to be hot. So
So most would have a ramp, I guess, to even like push mower.
yeah, that you're back to load again.
Yeah.
So before, anything we need to do after we stop mowing and before we
Yeah,
load.
but I was just thinking because of that reason, as a control, you'd have the ramp.
Yeah, that's control.
Yeah.
But that's a control for loading.
Oh, yeah.
So this snake's allergies and got engine is still coming out of the
So it's between when you finish mowing the lawn and when you actually do all your load. Is there anything else? In some places it might be, you might have to go and rake, low down the paths.
Yes.
So,
Sweeping anymore.
well, yeah, don't start me on bloody flowers. It's waste. And I mean, from a OHS point of view, you're holding something that's fairly heavy out in front of you in one hand. So it is fraught with injury type hazards.
You got those backpack ones.
Oh, okay, it's a beauty, isn't it?
Yeah, it's only white.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's complete.
Blows it all the way.
Yeah.
Yep, the wind blows it back on you.
Yeah, well, that's another story.
Or it gets blown into the gutters and then washed out, blocks all the drains.
That's not what we're so much talking about today.
I know.
But all I'm getting you to think about is there could be some repetitive type movements you have to rake or do anything else. Load up lawn clippings. Like most times you're going to have a catch up.
Dispose of the
Dispose
rubbish
of,
that you found. Jump out.
yeah. So and of course the projectiles could be lots of things. We've already got projectiles in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Could be right. It could be rubbish. It could be stones. Public park. It could be needles and stuff like that. Yeah. So perhaps a little bit harder to, because of our situation, to actually put any more in there. So I'm going to make some news further down. Our next column is what are we going to do about it? So hazard controls. So we can go back to the first one now. Yep. So
2 people unloading. Yeah, 2 person lives.
okay, we can put that one in. 2-person or heavy stuff. This is just ask you would use whatever terminology would be appropriate there. Ramps. Yep.
Fuel container, proper fuel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jerry can.
So how can we word that?
Australian standard or approved, yeah, approved.
Yeah. So yeah, Australian standard.
And that have to be properly labelled too.
Yeah, we're going to do chemicals next week, Deb.
Okay.
We'll put it in.
Labelled.
Yeah, don't stir me. It'll get worse if you do.
Would you have safety gloves, like gloves?
Yeah, where would that go, do you reckon?
That's in the next one.
Yeah, for mowing, you
Okay.
probably don't want to wear gloves for actual mowing necessarily, not unless you've got a really old vibratory type mower. Because what's the problem with adding something like gloves? Yeah, it's hot, yeah.
Slipping.
It's going to make control of the mower harder.
What is that?
Really, what did you do though?
Clean out the, because it's blocked.
Near the mower, near the blades.
That's what it blocks there, doesn't it?
There's better
A pair of cloth gloves.
Yeah. There's better gloves than that. There's not too many gloves that are going to stop a mower blade.
You need your mesh
2
ones.
weeks before that, she just nicked it. And then 2
She
weeks
did
after,
what?
she just went,
Oh, really?
yeah, my wife, yeah, find it, take it to the hospital,
Oh,
but they couldn't sell it back.
yeah, they did pretty mangled, obviously.
Would we look to tie the equipment down?
Yep. So this is still in the load part.
So you're in the loading part, because I was going to say,
Loading and
if you were in the
Yeah, go on.
your correct PPE, like glasses and earmuffs and
Yeah, that probably doesn't go in this one yet.
That'd be in your prep.
Not yet.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you've got to have it, but it's not going to be something that addresses any of the things we've got in load and unload as hazards. Just to try and keep us a little bit structured.
Yep. Well, depending on where you're loading it, wouldn't you have to have safety signs or something if you're in town?
Yeah, see, again, we've perhaps got that one in the next one too, but you're right. It's got to go in there somewhere.
You need somewhere safe to unload.
Mhm.
So choose a site.
We've got lifting, driving onto you. Okay, so we talked about more the load. Yep. We actually have got it in the next one, the access to the site. So just for consistency, we might do it in the next one. Anything else when we're loading? Talk about the blades some more. Probably not. We might just move on to the next one. So hopefully this will be clear when you go back to look at it later. So we're going to move into the next one, which talks about access to the site. So we want to, what do we want to do? We want signs. Yeah, okay, signs takes up less characters. I'm conscious of making sure it'll fit. How else can we avoid some of that traffic? Because that's really what you're talking about. Okay. There's no such thing as a bad idea here. And certainly there are some areas where you can do that. Yeah. Yeah, that's just how you're going to do it. What about park in the park? Actually, if you could, drive off the road.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Unload it.
That'll save a lot, won't it? And then the others that we've got there, the public, so restrict access. No, this isn't for cars now, this is for the public.
Oh, okay, sorry.
So it's big for public. What about the students?
Public and students.
Yep. Think about when you might do it. When are the students likely to be? Yeah, before or after school? Or even when they're in class? Wow. Students not there? Class. This one's going to take up 2 rows, I think. UV exposure. How are we going to control that?
PPE.
Can we think about hierarchy of control for a minute? Is there anything we can do before we resort to PPE?
Can't eliminate it.
No, you can't.
You can't isolate it.
No,
You can't engineer it in any way.
yeah, not in this instance. Some things you might be able to put a shade up. Not in this instance.
Yeah.
What
I
about
guess-
rules?
Sunscreen.
Yeah, that's the same as PPE. Is there a rule we could make that would reduce sun exposure?
Early in the morning, late at night.
That's the one I'm looking for.
So that's your administrative.
It's an administrative control. And actually that also takes care of the student one too. They're not going to be around. Now I'll let you get to PPE. So what PPE might you need? If it won't fit, just spread it out more. And I know you've probably written them in row after row. Just leave, you could have left a gap between each of those, couldn't you? Yeah. That's a learning thing, it's not a test. Don't be upset. So
You need glasses and you need earmuffs.
actually what sort of glasses?
Sunglasses.
Safety.
Safety sunglasses.
Safety glasses.
Get facing up.
Yeah, they need safety sunglasses. Just sunglasses isn't necessarily going to cut it
No.
because the potential's still there for anyone to fly around too easily. But you need the extra protection you get, but also from the you do need them to be tinted.
Sunscreen.
Yep.
You'd need steel toe boots.
Earmuffs.
Really PPE.
Yeah, I was just about to say that PPE.
No, but you've got to itemise it because remember, this is what your team is going to look at and say that's what I'm expected to do. Because there's so many different sorts of PPE. You're not going to need, for instance, you're not going to need a. I hope you're not.
No, but you know what you're going to need for that job.
Yeah, but that's what this is telling us.
So
That really does
someone
need to
who's
be
never
itemised.
been on that job
Long
site knows
pants,
what
long
that's
sleeves.
Yep.
Long pants, long sleeves.
Yep.
Shirts.
And they're pretty much a given now for anyone who works outside all the time. Long sleeves, long pants. And we had, I know we
Just
had
for
that.
like Howard.
Yeah, for anyone who works out in the sun for most of the day. I know we had this discussion last week, but you go to any of the local councils, road crews, that sort of thing, and that's what they
Road cruising
expect.
that'd be different, but like my brother's a roofer by trade.
Yeah.
Good luck getting it.
Yeah, I get that. I get that, but it very well could be that they're meant to if they're fitting in with what their employer wants them to do. Okay. And potentially where they're exposing themselves to a risk.
Oh, no, I know that, but
both the employee and the employer. Yeah. I get it, Shikani, but
The leaking bottle.
yeah. Oh, bottles.
Drinking for it.
Oh dear.
Any other PPE that we might want our guys to wear?
Hat.
Yep. What sort of hat?
For
White,
green.
green.
Yep. Yeah, there's nothing worse than thinking you're protected because you've got a baseball cap on. Mainly because your ears are sticking out and the back of your neck. And there's so many people walking around with no ear tips because they've had them removed because they've had skin cancer.
It's funny though, like my brother won't wear pants, but like Paul, him and his crew, he went and bought them like a Mexican somewhere.
Okay.
And some of that's legitimately what they wear.
Okay.
So it like stops the rays on their neck and somewhat on their shoulders.
Yeah, so they're meant to have a shirt over the shoulders. So.
No, they do.
Oh, they do.
They do, but like that's him serious. So he
Okay.
bought them somewhere.
Gee, they might actually take off.
But they've got like the high vis on them and that. They're actually
Okay.
pretty cool.
Which is something else that perhaps we still need.
Like this.
So high vis what?
Is a vest for shirts. The half and half shirts.
Let's just stick with high vis for now. I think that's probably something that you would know by the workplace whether a vest is okay. I've got problems with high vis vests, I must admit. Catch them on stuff.
Especially if you're lifting, you're working with machinery.
Yeah. They're a potential get caught in stuff. Because quite often they don't fit well. Yeah, that's what I mean, they don't fit well. Whereas the shirt's less likely to be dangling and get caught in something. And for these guys, probably the high vis is not right up there on your list unless they've got to work on the road. You know, load and unload on the road.
That's people don't give them a wide berth and a single box for him.
Well, yeah, if you're in the park, yeah. And you've already limited the public and that sort of stuff anyway. Certainly if it was an area where maybe people were going to be riding around on gophers, yeah, I'm saying straight away we're going to close the park for a couple of hours or whatever it takes to do the mowing, rather than having them riding around with you as well. Because then you'd have to do traffic control. I didn't tell you that it's gophers, did I? Only just thought of that. So this is all in the prepare to mow bit. Dehydration. Yep. Yep. Water. Do we need a break? Breaks. And / encouraged to drink again. You would figure out the best way to do that. I mean, it might not need to be a break if the guy's got the water bottle there on the mower with them. And we could, or even a sipper one, like the racing car drivers have.
Camels.
Is that what they're called?
Camel packs.
Okay. But then again, if you're going to do that, water's quite heavy. Litre weighs a kilo. You might not actually want to have that on your person.
If you're wearing it as the backpack, most camel packs are, they will get. Depends on the insulation.
It depends on, yeah. Still reckon you can't actually beat the Hessian water bags for keeping it cool. Well, the air moving through keeps them warm.
Yeah.
I went Hessian bag. Anyway, we're not. Even warm water will stop you from dehydrating. Water good enough? Water's good enough. If you've already dehydrated, then you've got a problem. But we don't want to get to that stage. So you're just drinking water to do all the things like making sure that your body salts don't drop and all that sort of
First aid kit.
That's a control though. And perhaps that goes in where we put snakes. It's certainly your first aid kit is going to contain a snake bite kit as well as maybe amputation kit.
Especially mums around.
So this is going to be really hard for me to fit in now. I don't think I can. No, I can't make that smaller.
Put up top.
We'll keep trying.
Scenario one.
So this is still controls. So what controls are we going to need when we're actually mowing? What are we going to do about projectiles?
Side inspection.
Yep. Side inspection. It's just because I've run out of room. That's the only reason why it's up there. Okay, so I couldn't figure out a way to put the table in that it would fit, other than another slide. And I probably could have done that, but it wouldn't have fitted if you could read it anyway. So side inspection to remove debris. That sort of covers everything. So you go for a walk. Amazing how many people don't want to do that.
Even the guys here with the big old 10-litre mayonnaise bucket on the front. It's one of those
Okay.
handled grabbers.
Yeah, so while they're mowing, they're looking over there. Is that what you mean?
No, they actually stop or they come
Or
up
they do it
beside
first.
the bottle or whatever.
Yeah.
Pick it up with the on the handle.
Yeah, but where's the bucket?
It's on the front of their equipment.
Mower or? Yep, that would work. Yeah.
This is where you take gloves.
Yes. I would set gloves or what do you call your magic grabby stick? Probably has got a name.
On air or
Floor stick, yeah.
yeah.
I think you'll remember what that actually is
We
talking
use
about.
all ours.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's what it was used for.
Yep.
Couldn't reach, so using
Same principle still.
unless you're working also in 6 or 10, so he just get it down.
Okay, this is picking things up off the ground though, so he would need it
Yeah, well,
because he wouldn't want to be bending over to pick things up off the ground.
Called a pick-up reaching tool, extending grabber arm.
Okay, takes up too many characters.
Just thinking if you've got branches and stuff, you need pruning gear, but maybe a chainsaw. That's just going too much.
Yeah, I know. No, but you might actually decide there. You might have a lower level control. Use perhaps the hand mower would be specific to get under the trees rather than actually trying to do it on the ride mower.
Yeah, no, I think as you do all the branches.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, if it's too big, yeah. Don't make it too complicated. And perhaps that's something, and because we do this on site, that might be something that you say, oh, tree over there's got a fallen branch, we're going to need someone in to do that. So that would be a really specific one for that particular day. That's not going to be every time you go there. Again, another reason why we have it sort of semi done because it's a job that we do often, but we still need to take the time to actually just run through it quickly and see if there's any other hazards there that particular day. Where we get up to? Trees. We've already just discussed. I don't know, what can we write for the control to stop us getting slapped by a tree while we're mowing? Yeah, okay.
Make sure you're aware of your surroundings, your peripheral.
Yep. So planting, mowing around trees near overhanging branches, maybe. And you might decide, well, hey,
Too low, don't go.
yeah. What else have we got there? Blades. Oh, here's the blades. What are we going to do to stop people from getting cut by the blade?
Make sure you guard.
Guards, but make sure you've had it off if you've got a blockage.
Okay, can we go more?
Procedure.
Can we be a bit more technical, perhaps, with this? Certainly with ride-ons and even with yourself held, I reckon. Once,
Well,
yeah, go.
ride-ons have a safety that if you lift your bottom off the seat, they stop.
That's it. So something that automatically stops the blades if the mower's not moving.
Safety.
So it'll automatically cut out. And remember, this isn't a mower that you're using at home necessarily. I mean, it would be good if all our mowers had it, but certainly when it's a workplace mower, we have to have something that is going to stop people from being able to get cut by those blades.
You'd have to have signs out in the vicinity of where you're mowing too, wouldn't you?
Yeah, we
We've got that.
did talk about that before
Got that prepared to mow.
in Prepare to Mow, where you're going to exclude people. If we can exclude people, we make it safe. Do we need signs for the people doing the mowing? Well, they sort of know what they're doing, don't they? You need to think who your signs are for. And the only reason I say that is I want you to really think about the benefit you're going to get from a sign as a hazard control. It needs to be necessary and it needs to target what you want to target.
Both road signs, and you just have mowing ahead, and reduce.
And reduce, yeah, put you down to 40Ks. That's for the guys who are mowing on the side of the road, yeah. And yeah, just talking to the road workers in general, they say it's much better when people actually do slow to 40Ks because people whizzing past at 60, 70, 80 k's, they feel really threatened. A lot of us do. Yeah, for the guys on the side of the road and working on the roads, they've got standards to meet as to where their signs go. So it'll be a distance before and after where the work's happening. It'll tell us where those signs need to be, how many of them, and yeah, whether we have a 40 ahead sign or whatever it might be. They're meeting their standards to do that. But for in our example, where would a sign have perhaps had use?
Really, if you might, it's only really if you know.
Just have park entrance, but a lot of our parks are not fenced off in
Yeah.
any way, and they're all open.
So that's why you've got to put it out before you where you mow it, at least I don't know, 50 metres.
Yeah, and you're going to need to make that call. So where do you need the signs to actually stop people from walking up to you while you're using the park? Certainly, as Lynette said, if we haven't got a fenced-in park, we're going to have to do that. If we have got a fenced-in park, we put it in the gate.
Open access to the area.
Yeah, and
You
that.
have to move it in select an area that you're going to mow.
Yeah, one day I had my little granddaughter and she wanted to go to the park down on the boulevard. I went the fence around it. I liked that idea because she couldn't run out straight on the road or anything. She was only 3 or 4. Anyway, we got there and the mower man was there. And got out of the car and he said, I'm going to be 10 or 15 minutes. Is that okay? And so we went for a walk. So it's also communication. There was no need for us to actually be in there while he was mowing. We had a few hours to fill in. Soon going to get sick of it. Yeah, so we went for a walk, had a look down around the river, came back, and yeah, he was taken off by the time we came back. So yeah, judicial type control certainly had to go. And he would have been quite within his rights to say, oh, the park's closed until. Because that one did have effects. Okay. But it didn't have any signs with him. Not a very big park. His mouth was probably actually a better way to go than any sign was. He must have been dumb enough to actually go in while he was actually mowing. Yeah, that's right.
Or hear it.
But yeah, probably in that instance, if you wanted to tick all the boxes off, you would have a sign on the 2 gates saying park closed. Come back in an hour. Whatever it might be. So there is a place for signs, Deb. Automated cutout for the blades. What else have we got there? Oh, we had the smoking thing. Yep, no smoking rule. But no smoking near white fuel.
So would it be, you'd have to have a fire extinguisher of some sort with you, wouldn't you?
What do you reckon?
Sparking,
Yeah, potentially.
sparks.
And maybe there's another perhaps rule we need to bring in that we're not going to actually do it on a total fire ban.
Blow dry anyway.
They won't do anything where there's potential for spark.
Yeah, but I mean, if the actual mower caught on fire.
Yeah. How likely is it's going to happen? That's what you need to call. The thing is, once you put a fire extinguisher in, you've got to make sure it's maintained. And a fire extinguisher on a vehicle, which is really what we're saying, is that a BDU, it's going to need more than a 6 monthly check. Because all the vibration and what have you from the ute actually makes the powder compact. And so you expect to let it off and it's all just compacted down in the bottom of the chamber. It won't work. Maybe we should just have a hose and a tap. No,
If you've got water.
that wouldn't work. Yeah, you won't always have water. And if you've got a fuel leak, you don't want to put water on it. Fire blanket might be okay. Yep, so it's all things that are worth thinking about. If you're happy to maintain your fire extinguisher, go for it.
Or even
Outside they don't work.
procedure.
Outside they don't work terribly well either, because it all just gets blown away.
Have a procedure if that happens.
Yeah.
Turn off the fuel, turn it off.
You're not going to be
Evacuate the
turned off the
area.
fuel. You're not going to be turning anything
Turn
off.
off the machine, just hit the button.
Yeah, if you
Run.
can.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let it burn.
But if you've got hands there, it's right there.
Yeah, but if you, oh yeah, it's up on the handle usually, isn't it? I'll push one.
Or you can try.
Might be able to turn it
While
on.
you're throwing it, your leg over the steering wheel, you turn it.
The rider mark, you jump off, it goes off quite softly.
But the motor doesn't turn off though, does it?
The one at work does.
Does it?
Yeah.
That'd be a pain in the neck. Any wonder everybody wants
The
to
last
bypass it.
rider mower always on was 70. So
The one we've got at work, you actually lean like that and it goes, you don't even have to get off and it'll switch off.
Yeah, and that's perhaps not a good thing either, because that leads to people wanting to bypass the safety control. Yeah, but that's a rule, isn't it? There's nothing stopping you from doing it.
Yeah.
I do too.
Okay. Posture, just making sure that the equipment fits the person with regard to that they can reach everything. So all those ergonomic type things, the height's good. The reach is good if it's a rider mower. People can get on and off it comfortably. And when they're sitting on the seat, they can actually reach everything, not stretching with your foot. That was something else I had trouble with because I'm a little short-legged person. Actually reaching the pedal that I had to keep my foot on to keep it going forward. They're the sort of things that you're going to look at as far as posture is concerned. So if I just put mower fits person, you'll remember what that means. Vibration, maintenance, I would suggest might be an issue there as far as vibration goes. Noise. What are we going to do about noise?
We already did that.
I haven't written the earmuffs anywhere.
You should have.
Where? Oh, there it is. Yep, okay. So we've already got it. But maintenance is also part of that. Because remember, earmuffs are or earplugs are the lowest form of a control. And it could be that we need it. Could be we need it, but we still need to make every effort we can. Okay? So I'm just going to put here, because I'm reduced noise where possible. It's not as if
If it's
yeah, go on, Dan.
sorry,
No, go.
if it's in a built-up area, you have to check what the local bylaws are as well
That's true.
on noise. Yeah.
Yep, we better put that in. Particularly for the small operators. Council's going to know. It's a council one. But yeah, whether that's a safety thing, yeah, it might be because the angry neighbours are going to come and want to punch the lights out, wake them up at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, like the builders next door to a place throwing steel girders around at 6 a.m.
Yeah, see again, that must have been within that council's bylaws, either that or they were just saying, you know,
Pretty much.
thumbing their nose at the laws. Yeah.
Standard during the week, 7 a.m. start.
It's local council.
Yeah, but it's pretty standard across the board, like everywhere widely.
It's certainly not sun up or anything like that. Yeah. Okay. So we can sort of see what's happening there. Sorry that the slide's a bit messy. It didn't quite work out how I thought it would. What about the last column? That's where you actually allocate who's going to make sure that those controls happen.
Don't be your lead.
Well, the lead person can't make sure that people wear PPE.
Everyone's responsible.
But for some of the things where you're talking about procedures, it might be that the boss has got to drive getting the procedure changed, or if we're talking about access to the park, to actually park off road. So again, that might be something that's got to be organised by an individual. But yeah, you try and share those around. But yeah, some of them. Are there any there that are definitely employer ones that the boss might need to do? Controls. Yeah, the bylaws one would be a boss thing. And the provision of PPE is certainly a boss thing, and then the wearing of it is the individual. Does the boss have to provide PPE in this instance? It doesn't actually say anywhere that they do, but they have to make sure people are safe. Because I trawled through the regulations looking for somewhere that told me if steel cap boots were required, then the boss had to buy them. Doesn't say it anywhere.
It doesn't buy for us. Buys us everything else, but
Okay.
boots.
Yeah, so it's really a negotiated type thing. Who's going to provide the PPE? And the boss has to make sure that you wear it.
But it's all tax deductible.
Yeah,
You buy.
It's tax deductible for both.
yeah.
Yeah, if you have to buy your own PPE, that's just keep your receipts.
Yeah, my shoes are non-slip.
Okay. Yeah.
You don't have to be.
Yeah, but certainly in this instance you would.
Obviously,
Yeah.
one pants different.
Yeah, which would also help with snakes.
Oh, we got to put a first aid kit in somewhere.
Yeah.
Why didn't you yell it out?
It's in the cleanup. I've got it with the snakes, allergies. On.
Okay. Oh yeah, we'll have to. Oh yeah, that's not really a. I'll have to try and fit another one in.
In there.
Yeah, that's about it, isn't it?
We know where it goes.
I think as I can make it. So controls the cleanup. And really, these are going to go wherever. First aid kit. What else you got in there?
I've got a hot mower, I've got gloves.
Yep. Yeah. But also planning. Yeah, just wait for it to cool down. Do something else.
And smoker.
But you got lots of things you can be doing. This is for cleanup. The last one. Down where we've got snakes, allergies, and hot engine. So do we need to have antihistamines or anything like that?
Well,
First aid kit.
it's hard to do that because of the laws around drugs, isn't it?
That people should perhaps have their own.
They can have their own, but you can't.
No, you can't supply.
Yeah,
Although
same
now
as
they're saying you
snakes
can
and
do Ventolin. Yeah, it's not an antihistamine. So it's something to think about though. If you know you've got someone, so as part of
ask
doing,
them what their preferred medication is.
and where is it? Yeah, and I guess just identifying any poisonous plants, maybe even removing them if it's plants. And that would have to be something that the boss actually negotiated. And there are lots of poisonous plants, whether it's by touch or eating it or whatever it might be. Now it's stinging nettle. Why are they great fun?
Oh, well, lucky.
Out of what?
Out of the skin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What, he just got confused?
Ran
Or?
through.
Yeah. No, well, because they're pretty quiet, my sisters, because her partner has its own
Yeah.
tour. And yeah, little puppy escaped, and it's only 4 weeks old. And yeah, didn't affect the dog.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, my arms.
Yeah, see, again, sometimes that's bad enough to need an antihistamine. Or there are aloe veras and stuff like that. Not very nice. You know, you can eat them.
I know, you can cook them and eat them.
Yeah.
They're just horrible.
You're a green veggie. The old timers used to make soup out of them if they were light on for green veggies. Got all the things you get out of peas and what have you.
My nanny used to cook a stinging nettle. Well, stinging nettle. Also have carrots, beans,
Doesn't matter.
something. Really nice.
Oh, okay. No, I couldn't handle going picking the blooming things.
That's why she's thank you.
She'd send them out.
She hates it.
So this is the sort of thing you want for questions 1, 2, and 3 in
I can't remember what the questions were.
for
I got a-
a place of your choosing, whether it be the scenario or your own. Identify the hazards. Allocate a risk assessment and list controls.
So you could do it in that format, or you might just do. I'm
So
looking
I've
to
done
see.
that.
Hence,
This is mine. This one's mine. Doesn't matter what thread one.
oh,
Okay, so for your workplace, somewhere you have worked in the past, or the scenario for ABC steel engineering, perform and report on the following. Okay, identify the hazards and risks, including potential damage caused. So that the first one, and you could do it step by step if you wanted to. So that could be wholly and solely and identified. Provide a risk score for that. Research and suggest controls. Yes, that doesn't have to be in this format. It can be in whatever format. So long as you're addressing those dot points there in task 3. Is that the one you're talking about? Yeah. Or you could use this sort of thinking to actually figure it out. So sometimes we do this for a task. We have to identify the hazards for a task. Sometimes, which we're going to do after the break, we're actually going to go into a work area and look for hazards. Sorry. Jeff, did you ever find your other booklets that you lost?
No,
Oh,
no. I don't know if they got accidentally picked up. I'm not sure. We haven't seen Trevor yet. He might have picked them up.
oh, okay. I doubt that.
Is Dave coming back?
Well, he's supposed to be. Did you get an answer from him? Yeah, I don't know what the story is there, Deb. I'm getting a bit worried, I must admit.
Yeah.
Anyway, we might, it's 7:30, so we might call it a quick break time. That looks like hazard stuff there, Shikara. What have you lost? We'll start again about 28 or 8.
Quick question around the frequency.
Yeah.
How often would you, for this example,
For this example,
say that
yeah,
the frequency of the job was
we do it every week.
or every week?
Is that what, yeah?
Would you have to update that every
I would have it done, but at the start of the job, do a quick look around, see if there's anything different. You know, things like, yeah, is it going to be 45 degrees? You might decide you're not going to do it today.
You might be in a different area.
You'll come back tomorrow.
Yeah, just the allocation of the crew could be different.
Yeah, it could be different crew. If it was a different crew, you would need to do it again, just to make sure that everybody knew what they had to do.
Is it a legal requirement?
Yes. Yes, it's in the regulation.
So, but say if you're a business and you do different in your school, then you go and do another school.
Yeah.
So
So you could
you
have
need
it.
one for each one, don't
Well, you do, but you could still
you could use the.
use the plan.
Yeah.
You know, we're not about trying to make this take forever, but you would have something ready, not to tick complete, but to prompt.
So maybe have a standard one
Yeah, and then
that's common to all of it, and
Yeah.
then
you'd leave a couple of lines on the bottom or a bit of space on the
specific
bottom
sites.
to add in. What do you want?
No, I found it.
Oh,
Found it.
you're being a good girl and not going out, are you? Is that what
I
that's
haven't had
for?
a cigarette today.
You're doing well.
I
Oh,
haven't
Deb probably hasn't heard your news.
Oh, you should have ate that.
That's the way. Keep yourself busy.
It's really hard to find stuff on payroll and hole punching machines. I use the ABC for what? First task 3. This one has it. So to identify the hazards and risks, if you've never even seen machinery and only guess what it's used for, it's really hard to actually decide what the hazards are.
And she focused on what I need to do. It's massive though, because it's got all different stuff. Like
Your
it's
little
got,
squares that you had out before.
yeah, well, that's all. But it's massive. It's got like a double hit. So
One magnetic at home. Squares. And in different purples and colours.
yeah,
And then an arm to actually brush them together. And it was originally for double bed, a queen bed, but it now I think it bigger king size with more because it's just stretched.
with this one. It's both me and my best friend, Becca, I got her into crocheting a while back. And she's got patience to sit there and do like the key big one. So she was like, it's too far. Like I've got patience.
So maybe you do 3 panels.
Yeah. Look, I can make like a double bed one like this if I did it like this, but then do 3 lots of it and just crochet it together. But yeah, very surprised when the operation. So she's dying skin. Has she? My daughter can eat. She can operation. She can make a star. So it's star. It's pretty good for a makeup.
My mum gave up with me. I get the shoot because everything's starting out. If I can't do it, I just don't. The straight edge is,
Yeah. See, I'm shocked with this thing. I can never get a straight edge.
yeah.
Grocery is different, though. I don't know.
I drop stitches and create stitches.
Well, see, this one's easy. This is probably one of the easiest because this is the farmer's knot. What it's. I'll show you.
Like I said,
It's easy. Well, I think it's easy. Oh, I'd laugh if someone got to go here.
It's funny, eh?
I think we both would have shit ourselves, to be honest. Oh, Michael just knocked on the door. And I said, would you be funny if someone did that? I said, we both would have shit ourselves. Yeah, so this is probably the easiest one to teach people. Because it's literally a hook around, hook under, pull it up, and then enter, go through all three, then back under, around, and do your double. So in the first two, and in the third. That's it, like it's easy. Like it's easy. But I can do complex shit.
I went for a walk, did that? Good. I don't think I've got anything very much to eat. No?
can I get you to have a look at this and see if I'm just on the right track, please? I'll bring it out.
Maybe not. I've got an apple and no. Oh, okay, I've got an apple. Let's look.
Why don't you just eat it?
Look at phosphate.
Oh. Never know stuff.
Lose all your fighting power.
I see you've done it for ABC.
Mm-hmm.
But it's good though, because I literally have containers.
So have I. I've got all mine. I've got mum's.
Mine's terrible. And I got given more.
Yeah, I think I've
So,
accept that. Like that. Yeah.
I've been doing. I found more. Look at all of these on
Yeah.
Imagine to find much of anything with this. Fantastic.
Yep. You might be able to ask now. Someone.
Bandsaw and plasma cutting.
Well, bandsaws you really can't guard.
Because they're a vertical blade, aren't they?
Yeah, like in the butcher.
So it's all PPE and isolation.
Bandsaws have got guards,
They've got some guards.
Yeah.
They've also got
That's right.
cut.
and they've got the cutout
Yeah,
switches.
and they've also got, some of them have got controls here and here, bandsaws up there. So that you can't actually put your hands in while the.
Okay,
This
yeah.
one here has got the on the handle. It's control.
Yeah, no, that was fine. You made a start on any of this.
First start on your assessment,
Right,
up to
that's good.
start.
No, I only said start.
Up to question 5.
Yeah, no, that's all right.
Choose the two hazard identification methods / tools.
Yeah, so that's checklists and that sort of stuff.
Okay, which methods would you use? Project part 3.
This is another method, right? This is a method for a task.
Analysis.
We talked a fair bit about action methods. Sounds like Deb's back.
I'm back.
Good on you.
Is that you choose two identification methods? Choose two hazard identification.
Yep.
Hazard intersection.
Yeah, that's all right.
And hazard.
Yep. No swearing now, she comes.
And indicate which of these tools you
We get up to the project in part 3 though.
Yeah, that's what I've left.
Michael's quiet tonight. You good? You're quiet tonight.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey?
You all right?
Yeah.
Did a couple hours on this one working. Found it really hard to find addresses
What?
for collecting the information. Documents. Just like you can pull them up, but it's hard to find them. And then I realised it was all in the dark.
That's what you want on the top.
Yeah.
Cut and paste.
That's what I've been doing.
I'll copy and paste.
Copy and paste.
Actually, I think I said that to you on
Yeah,
one
one
of
of
the
the others. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't quite there.
Yeah, you had the site
The site
and the name of the
then how to get
document.
to it. Yeah.
but you didn't have the
Yeah, so I've done the same here where it's like, and has a checklist.
Yep, and that's a really good document. That claim has the checklist. Look that up.
Code of compliance has manual handling page 40 because I can't actually get a web address.
Yeah, because that one comes up as an activate file. And then in their history. Yeah, if you give me that in the name of what you're looking at, I'll be able to. Hold it up.
Huh?
Hold it up. Just a triple check.
No, bum stick.
No, I'm just double crochets.
Is a 25-ton crane usually like a frame,
25-ton crane.
or is it a boom?
Yeah.
It's a boom.
Yeah.
And you're 11 ton. It's mobile, so that would be a boom.
We've got 5 tons in the shed. I mean, you can get bigger than 5 tons, which are just down miles.
Okay, yeah.
Mm.
150-ton press. I have no idea what it even looks like.
Hang on.
It's the things that have come out of ABC engineering.
Last
But
grade.
you don't have to use ABC engineering, you can use another workplace.
I just found it easy with that information.
Each question have that.
If you are using, I'm not huge on referencing Cert 4, but if you do a bibliography just at the end of your assessment, that would be good enough. And we haven't really talked about bibliography. Just more, not so much because I'm concerned that you not referencing. It's just that if you're way off track, I can see why.
Hey, Deb, mate, shut up. Debbie.
Microphone.
Oh,
Yeah, I can't turn that on.
Was it pencil?
Yes, Michael, sorry. I had to get back to where I was to answer you.
News for you.
Pardon?
Shikani's got some news for you.
What, Shikani?
I'm pregnant.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
thank you. I'm 7 weeks today.
Oh, good girl.
Yes, yes.
Oh, you sound so happy about it.
Oh, look, no, it was planned. Like I've gone through IVF. It's just
Oh, good girl.
yeah.
Yep.
Just a little bit intimidating because my youngest is 8.
You're only today.
Well, my only is 8. So yes.
Oh.
Yes, that's my big exciting news. But you haven't been here the last 2 weeks, so I couldn't tell you.
Oh, that is awesome news.
Well, thank you.
So when will Bub be due?
The 29th of June.
Ah.
Yeah. So literally like when we're winding up school.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
even if I can't do the last unit, I'll just come back and do it. But I should.
Yep.
I can do it through mate.
I think the last unit's report writing or something, I think.
I'll try. I'll just zoom in.
Can't get behind the wheel of the car anymore.
Oh no. Nah, well, I'm gonna have to.
Yeah.
Still got my girl that relies on me.
Almost need that one at the start.
Although I've asked
Yeah, well, yeah.
For report
I've
writing.
asked my bestest friend to be my birthing partner. So
Okay.
we've been best friends since we were 12. And yeah, she's taken a week off before I'm due and 2 weeks after to like give me a hand or bless her. So that's nice.
It's like getting back on a bike. Once you've ridden a bike, you never forget how to look after them, that's for
Yeah,
sure.
well, the funny thing is though, Deb, right? Like I've been like going into the shops because I'm only early still, so
Yeah.
I've been like going and having a look at like car seats and cots and all that jazz, and it's so much more expensive now than what it was when I had my daughter. I was like,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Have a look at this.
Considering they last in them for about 2 seconds and they've grown out of them, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, not quite anymore.
Unless you can get a second-hand one from someone else.
That's what I found
Well,
on
see,
work the other day. We tested one yesterday, last week. What's
So my brother's going to class that down repaint. Just
So this is really good management.
cot mattress that I thought I played.
So you could read very similar to a swim. And they've got the different steps. So hazard ID, risk assessment. So they're the things we've been through on the different nights. Implementation of controls. So she had the higher rank control somewhere. That's it.
One of those
And then the monitor, which we'll do. We haven't quite finished.
Yep.
Yep. And there's your that's your matrix.
Yeah,
That'll probably be the colour.
yeah, no, it is. Yeah,
They got numbers in there as well, so the numbers will mean something.
yeah, it's
Yeah, so it's telling 8, 9, 10, 12, up to 11.
Well, back when I was with daughter, we had a rocker, and literally you put her in it, and it all the
Maybe there is no 11.
vibrated on her arm. And now there's all these. There's even one to put on the beach.
Okay, so whatever way they've sorted it.
So you put it on, and the baby's there, and I'm like,
Okay, now I can't figure out why
oh,
I can't move this.
Don't want a two-post cooking.
there's a lot of different technologies, that's for sure.
Yeah, 0 to 4, 4 to 6,
Oh.
and 6 to 8.
Okay.
So what's happening Wednesday night, Trace?
We're still not sure if Trevor's coming back.
Yep.
I won't know till tomorrow. So
Oh, okay.
if he's not coming back, though, he's going to Zoom in and talk to us. But I'm
Okay.
teaching in Wangaratta until 5 o'clock, so we'll probably be a bit late.
Okay.
Staying at the 7 o'clock start rather than the 6 o'clock start.
Can I pinch one of these chairs, Charlie?
Yeah, of course you can.
Yep.
So what are you up to on Wednesday? I can't remember.
I'm coming in. I've just got Wednesday. Saputo are doing they did it last year, which I went to Melbourne, but they do what's called a big cook up,
Okay.
and we volunteer our time. I think last year worldwide they made something like 20,000 meals that went out to needy people.
Oh, okay.
And the one I did last year that I took part in down in Melbourne, I think we did 3,700 meals, which went out that night to people.
Yep.
So Wednesday afternoon they're doing it at Cobram, or Wednesday morning and afternoon they're doing it at Cobram, but I'm going to be taking part in the afternoon one. So the Moira Shire is going to take all the meals out to needy people that night so that they can.
Make sure it gets in the paper, mate.
Hey,
Make sure it gets in the paper. Local paper.
I don't think they wanted to put it in the paper. I think they're
You think?
Quiet achievers.
yeah, they're a lovely company, but yeah. So
Yeah, so I think unless you hear otherwise, I think we'll just say we're going to start at 7 on Wednesday.
yeah, that's fine with me.
I'll sit on this one. If that's fine.
Yeah, and yeah. Lynn thinks it's all right. She'll have time to go home. The other thing is that I've sent through a meeting request for the 2nd of December.
Yep.
The study night, and the night I want everybody to make sure they've got something handed in for all their units.
Yep, I'll be there. I will be there some of the nights, but I'm expecting my second grandchild, so
Oh, okay.
I thought you were going to.
I can't tell you.
Yeah.
No.
Wish that would come.
Yeah, so
Due.
I'm she's due on the 1st of December.
Oh, okay. Well, if you can't make it to that
So,
or any of the later ones, you just have to email me some working.
I will definitely. I've already done quite a bit on the weekend, like when I rang you, and
Yeah, when we were talking the other day. Yep. And I
Yep.
emailed you some feedback to consultation today.
yeah, I started to read it before, but I think I'll talk to you about it because I just run through it so that I understand what you're looking for.
Well, I'll
a
be
bit
in
more.
the office tomorrow if that's any good to you. Probably not, is it?
What's tomorrow? No, I'm at work all day tomorrow.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
I'm looking like I'm teaching Wednesday. If Trev doesn't come back, I'll be teaching Thursday as well.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, email
Yeah, well, I'll
me.
catch up with you.
Yeah, we'll catch up somewhere.
Yeah,
It
definitely.
wasn't a lot.
Yeah. No, I haven't had actually because I only got it when I got out of work tonight, and I had to quickly go get petrol.
All
That's why I
right.
was running late,
Yeah.
so I didn't get time to really look at it.
Not
So
My petrol too. I've got enough to get home. Not sure about getting to work tomorrow. That's all right.
no worries.
Tell them anything else? Probably not.
No.
Okay. What have I got here? Okay, so now I'm going to get this out and take clear. Why didn't it clear? Okay, now Deb, you're just going to have to bear with us a little bit for this. Oh, I'll email it to you. Come on, get out of annotate. want to stop sharing.
I woke up early this morning because last week, well,
How do I get my other? Oh, share. Ah, there we go.
I left it 18 past to get there. Got there on time, just. Maybe a minute.
Oh.
Excuse me, I can hear in the background there. You weren't speeding, were you, Lynette?
No, not at all.
Oh,
Laurie.
that's all right then.
Oh, except I printed it off the web.
It was more so the fact that I had plenty of time to start the morning because I got up early and just potted around doing things at home and lost track of time.
Ah, that's something I do.
No, I won't speak.
I
Oh,
don't. I always sit on time. Like if it's 100 zones, 100. And then I'm done.
What are you doing?
Nothing. Abiding by the
By
law.
110. Did you say you've done 100 and what?
112 in 110 zone.
Oh, yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
That's all right.
so used to speak.
Just got to save this for you, Deb. It's off our internet.
There was a time, and in that time I and
Oh, what?
walked out to the car. Then goes after and then I'll usually try to eat that sort of stuff.
Michael, did you go and look at the hot rods on the weekend?
Yeah, I went to Yarrawonga, but we missed them. We got there late. But they were still all driving around. Mate.
Yeah, we went over on the Saturday night and just walked up one end and then down the other side of the street and saw heaps of them.
All right. Yeah, no, we went Sunday lunch.
Oh, okay.
There's still a fair few around.
Yeah.
There's some pretty nice ones out there.
Oh, you'd be too scared to drive it. I'd be too scared to get a scratch.
And the two sets of traffic lights either side of that so I could get down Boucher Street. So I could get back
You ever been to the blacksmith? Yarrawonga?
The what?
Blacksmith. It's called Blacksmith Provenor or something. Provenor. It's on.
No.
It's just like a. It's a pretty classy little place. They just do pizza and wines and alcohols. And
Yeah, so instead of having
Ah,
that's pretty nice. Should give it a go.
we actually.
Okay, so
Well, I went to the. Sorry.
I'm just aware of the time, that's all. Sorry, I'm going to chop you off, Deb. Yeah,
You're right.
before. Deb, can you see the presentation again? I take it you can see it? Oh, you're muted again.
Oh,
Can you see
yes, I can.
Fantastic.
Yes.
I've also just sent you a copy of the checklist on the email.
Okay.
So what we've got for this one is just doing a risk assessment with another different format. So this is more your checklist type format. This is the one that at the moment, and sorry about the staple and the holes being in funny places. Oh yeah, that's the one I'm going to get.
Oh, right. Do you want me to bring you this, Deb, or are you going to come on Wednesday? What do you want me to do?
Usually. So this one involves, now any checklist that you use, you need to identify where it was. So we're going to do it for this room, we'll just pretend. So what would we write in area of hazard inspection during? Yeah. So a room number. Yeah, it's no good just writing classroom because there's about 200 of them. Okay, so identify where it is when you did it. So a date, things can change, and inspect the vote, that's where your name goes. And ideally, you would do something like this with more than one person, if you can. If you can spare the personnel to do it. But what you really do need to do is involve the stakeholders with this sort of thing. So you don't just expect to be able to go in and look, see. Sometimes you can, but really you need to be talking to people who are going to be doing something like that. So I might just run through some of these and on the first few, and then I might turn it over to you guys to do, and please try and involve Deb as well. She's going to have to do it from memory. So for instance, is the floor space of the GPC, you know what we're talking about? Yep, thank you. Passageway, storerooms and stairways clear of objects, debris and obstruction. So your response is either a yes or a no. Now if you write yes, that's fine, you're finished with it. If you say no, you have to provide why you said no. Okay, so I would be probably saying yes about this.
That's what I'm saying.
No, that's true, but it is tonight. And really, if this room was going to be used,
So it's a no then.
yeah, if it was going to be used in this context all the time, then we would want to do something else. Oh, that doesn't work. Not when I'm recording, it doesn't anyway. I hope I am. I'll turn it off or not. Come on, come down. No, I am recording. That's all right. Yeah, so you would note things like that. I mean, I've tried to cover it by making sure I put the chair there so it's not a walkway. But yeah, if you write no, you have to write why, and then some sort of recommended corrective action. So it could be maybe a wireless microphone. I realised today the microphone on the computer is actually attached to the camera up there. That little thing up there is the camera and the microphone. Yeah, the Velcro, things that Velcro onto the carpet. Sometimes you can create another trip hazard with those as well. And particularly if you're relying on a mat, they tend to curl up and what have you. But yeah, the Velcro one as temporary would work okay. Yeah, and I guess the other thing I could do would be actually move it. If I move this, then we're not going to get the microphone in that anyway. Might as well not do it. Floor spaces, GPC passageways, storerooms, stairways properly maintained. That one looks pretty good. Are any sharp corners for furniture and other fittings situated so they're not hazardous to people passing them? Have a look at the corners of the tables. Yeah, they're round. So again, you're going to limit yourself with these. You're not, I mean, it talks here about passageways, storerooms and stairways. Well, quite frankly, if this is a general purpose classroom checklist, I wouldn't even have passageways, storerooms and stairways on there. I would have separate ones for that. If I was the person looking after this. We haven't got storage.
So with 1.8, is there a system for fixing faulty or damaged equipment?
Yep.
What's the answer to that?
So that's where you ask the question. If you don't know, you ask the question. Yeah, you're asking me, yes it is. Used, yes it is, because it's the only way we can do anything fixed. So I might leave it to it for 5 or 10 minutes, see how you go. Talk it up though, so Jed's involved too.
So where's there, are we finished with the first page?
We might just
1.6.
run through if you've got any notes, Jed.
Well, I put no for 1.1.
Yeah. So it's the
Because
same.
it's, yeah, it's the same hazard. Well, I don't know the answer to that, Tracy. For
one's
1.9,
that?
a staircase is provided with substantial handrails and handholds.
So there's no stairwell in here. Nearest one's just out there. But really, if we were doing a risk assessment on this building, I would do the rooms and I'd have a separate one for all the passageways, staircases, all that sort of stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I know. It printed weird. I think it was because it's a file from our intranet. But I didn't save it down. They're not talking much, are they, Deb?
Reading.
I'm here. I'm trying to get that email, but it's not coming through.
Oh, isn't it? Let me check that I've seen it.
No.
Okay, so
Oh.
another one for you, Tracy, 4.1, have electrical appliances leads been checked, tested, and tagged.
Well, there's testing tags. So you could look for tags.
You gotta check. Just check the
There's
base.
tags down there. Just have to stop sharing. I sent it, Deb. Just hasn't got.
Okay.
Which was 3.1.
No one wants to get down on the floor and have a look at tags, don't they?
Oh, we've gone back to 3.
Oh, okay.
3.1. What about that?
Boards.
Boards.
Just down, push. Well, it's a pull or a push down. That's what we have. But it's
Now we're looking at the whiteboard, Deb.
Okay.
and now the other awkward heavy object.
Yeah.
Chairs.
I don't think you can call the chairs heavy. We are reminded of that anyway.
No.
I'll tell you what, if you come in here and you've got, I mean, this is a chair back, because to put it back out, it's got to be just pull those charges back. If someone's in here and they've got, you know, a couple there, and a couple there, and a couple over there, you've got to put it back in you. That's when I go to the guys next door here and say, hey, someone got a minute? Awkward postures. Yeah, probably haven't got that. Oh, there you go. They're giving us the Australian standard. Okay. Don't touch your body. Don't hurt yourself getting down on the top.
It's only the knees. If I use the
I
other.
can see the tag.
Lynette-
Might not be in date. but I can
Lynette's,
see the tag.
Lynette's checking the tags on the power leads for the computer.
I get stuck on
Oh, no. It's just where I've got to get down with that knee.
wasn't going to do that.
All 3 tested, all 3 tagged.
What's the
What's
date?
the date?
That's what I'm looking for. They're all passed on. No, there's no date that I can see.
Should be a date.
There will be.
Maybe 12 months.
Here we go. It's printed, not written. That's on the cord that's upside down. The 20th of the 12th, 2016.
Oh, let's have a date.
Actually, for one of those is 5 years.
The 20th of the 12th, 2021.
Since you don't unplug and plug them in again. Once they're set up, they're there.
Yeah. Test date due on the 20 in 2021.
That's the sort of information that's in the Australian standard. What did it say? 378, 3760, I can't quite make sure. It tells you the recommendation time frames.
What's that?
For the amount of time you need to leave before testing. Now, it's an Australian standard, so it's not obligatory, but it is best practice. Okay, so things like builder's tools, every 3 months for hand tools.
Yeah, I do test the tag. I've got a ticket.
Okay. Oh, well, you can tell us.
Every 3 months.
Yeah.
RCDs every 3 months. It depends. Some sites every month.
Yeah.
For an RCD. Like our welders in the workshop, we do every 6 months.
Right.
Or in the work, actual their computers and stuff in the office, they can be every 5 years.
That's fine. And the problem I've got with that is, that's fine. And usually the computer's going to be gone from here within 5 years anyway. So long as they don't just swap the computer over and use the same cord. They shouldn't, but yeah, who knows?
The only other one I had an issue was 5.3, 5.4. Our chairs do full pass and adjustable like that because they're not adjustable chairs. So
Yeah,
if there's someone smaller, it's not. I don't find it comfortable. Whereas
And at the moment, they do meet the requirements because they're not a person's chair. Does that make sense? It's and then they're actually rated for most people to sit 7 hours. Yeah. If it was an office chair, or if it, for any other reason, if it was, say, a call centre chair, where it was an actual workstation, then yes, I would agree with you. I think we had a hard sell trying to say that this situation, the chair's not suitable. And that's why I do occasionally offer people that chair. No, you asked.
I did. No, I never just.
So that's 5.4. Okay. So it's both about the chairs. And I think, and if you go to the next one, I'll put risk guide. So we're saying it's about a workstation. I mean, I have people in here, when they sit on those chairs properly, they can get the least can't reach the floor. And sometimes I'm one of them. If I sit on one of those properly, right. Yeah. And I probably do too, for the reason that I can't reach them.
I can, but I just find it extremely uncomfortable.
Yeah. And well, that's part of it. But yeah, it's certainly something to raise. But it's a situation I don't think the boss is going to take it too serious. So you reckon that was it?
That one, what else do I 1.1 and 1.6.
Oh, that was the one with them. So I mean, if you're going to pick on the chairs, you probably need to pick on that workstation too. As far as keyboarding and all that sort of stuff.
You see, the thing is,
It's not
too,
adjustable,
like,
though.
your workstation chair is tagged. So,
What do you mean not tagged?
well, I know where our workstation, it has to be tagged every 3 months.
What?
Well, it was just safety because there was so many different people using the chairs.
Yeah.
And if they got broken, like that one there, me doesn't say at all. The backrest is that far back.
That's because you can move it.
You can move that. Though. Someone's done that while we've been sitting on it out there.
Yeah.
You're saying they've been safety checked for 3 months,
Yeah. Well, actually, when I come in here, that's one of the first things I do is do a quick scan and just make sure none of the chairs are broken. All of them.
Oh, we did like every beginning of shift anyway, but ours tagged every 3 months.
Yeah, so that's not a legal requirement, but it's a good way. Yeah.
To maintain
Yeah.
it.
To
Because we
maintain.
had like, I would give my ex-boss, we had like the music practical chairs, like
Yeah. Because you've got to spend a fair bit of time sitting in it.
yeah, well, that is
And it's a
exactly-
day in, day out. Yeah, whereas we don't have the same people in 2 days a
Yeah,
day.
that's right.
Mind you, sometimes I wish the facilities guys could actually talk to us because I reckon the tipping point for these chairs. I have seen one with a really heavy coat on it. Someone stood up and had the coat on the back. The chair tipped over. That's it.
Yeah, there are the things.
and yeah, that legs hurt.
That's just the in the back leg. Yeah.
One I could know.
Which one?
You should like it.
You don't like the lighting?
Do like that.
Yeah, that's because, okay, I could argue it, but I won't. What do you reckon if you lights are at the front? When we used to have them on, you couldn't see the presentation. What you could do though with lighting is actually get the lux meters out. Get the lux meters out and take the measurement. We're going to do that just so that you would have all the information you need to say, hey, I've just checked the lighting from there, it's coming out this much. I'm going to get the lights back in front of light maps.
We got an emergency exit sign.
We have to have one.
Sit here. Go.
Yep, no, we don't. Where's that?
Is the exit sign in place?
Yeah, what number is it?
9.2.
9.2. Got a few people here moving through there.
Appropriate radiation safety.
I'm still here. I can't get that email. Wait, can you send it to a different email?
Yeah, yeah. You give it to me.
Won't go. Some stupid reason.
Can you send me the email so I've got the address? Yeah, some of them are not applicable. I'm going to talk about not applicable in a minute. I think the more important one in part 9 is the part about emergency wardens and the evacuation procedure. Should be there. Yeah, it's there. But yeah, there's no emergency. We don't have it. We've only got one. And yeah, you can say no, or did I read it? Say no, but it's actually on the doors out in the hall.
There you go. I've sent it.
Okay. Now I think I don't know why I have to stop sharing tonight so that I can get to it. So I'll just have.
Okay.
First aid kits readily.
There it is. So if I just go reply,
Yep.
And insert, attach. Oh, that's a link. Oh, good. Didn't ask me to do it like that.
Just the
Like,
smell of it or the taste of
Yep. Got it.
very good. Ouch. Here.
And I was getting up over there.
Oh,
Click the edge of the.
probably should do an incident report.
Oh, only broken that. It's not down on the.
And they'll tell me I shouldn't have let a student get down on the floor over the table.
I could have done it just sitting here.
I didn't see nothing.
Just flick the nail.
You saw what you did.
No, it's just when my hand flipped it.
Where?
Got the edge of the table.
Where?
Here.
Incident report.
Is it okay?
Right. I need my hand. Take the sharp edges off.
Don't pick it. Yes, you could have lifted the thumbnail off.
I've got time at work.
This is the noise.
Okay, are all
Right.
access, entry, and exit points readily accessible? I think that's a yes.
Yep.
Now, we haven't got an emergency exit sign in this room. This is all on the last page yet.
Yep.
No, there is no emergency exit in here. You don't have to have an emergency exit sign in every single room or workplace. Yeah, that's emergency management, which is the next bit, but no red sign. When you go out, just have a look out in the corridor, there's an actual exit sign. So we can designate exit sign, and this is probably a learning thing for you to carry through till we do emergency management. If a door is marked as an emergency exit, it must be able to be opened in one movement. So, for instance, this door out here, all you've got to do is push the handle down and you're out. Front door, all you've got to do is hit the button and you're out. One movement. Yeah, all the things you might see around the place where you break glass and press buttons, they're not actually made standard. You right there?
Yeah, I'm just looking for my fire.
Oh, I thought you were joking.
No.
Yeah, so it's pretty important that that's the case. Even if that knob on that door out there was a turn rather than a push down, because with the push down ones, you can pretty much push it down, push the door open in one go. If it was one of the knobs to turn, that's work. Make that standard. What else do I need? Oh, and it needs to be clear in front and well around the door out on the inside and the outside. So you can't use that space that's left because you've got an emergency exit sign. Storing things or dumping pallets or
Yep, we had an air workshop at the back from the emergency doors.
yeah.
And one of them out the back, just all this, the storm would just stuck it in front of it.
So
And you walk out, you only had this much room,
Right.
and you couldn't even hardly open the door.
and that's the other thing here, the door should open out.
Yeah, and have plenty good pathway.
Yeah. It actually specifies measurements in the Australian standard and talks about a space that's 900 mil wide and for whatever given length. Yeah, it's a 900 mil pathway
Yeah,
once you get outside.
yeah. Pretty much the width of the door, really.
Yeah, well, that's what the width of the standard door is. And on the inside, a metre by a metre by a metre should be clear. You should have a clear pathway. Okay, fire extinguishers. Do we need one in here? Not sure.
I'm sure there is.
Oh, that would make sense. There's a fire panel for the building up there. Not sure where.
I've got no more smokers.
That's not what they're there for.
Oh, when Dave comes back.
Yeah, I can't remember seeing one. I know there's some in the baking part, the storeroom out there. That was deemed an area. There's a hose out there, I think. Yeah, I reckon there is. I reckon it might be fire hose.
Is there a certain distance, like we've got them in our workshop,
What are you talking
fire
about?
extinguishers along the walls? Is
Yeah.
there a certain distance or is there a?
I think it just says they need to be clear and easily accessed. But there's no point in having them if you can't reach it.
Yeah, no, you
And
can
there
reach
does
it.
need to be a sign
Yeah, there is.
up high so that
Yeah.
you know where it is. And in your workshop, you definitely need to have them.
Yeah.
Do yours get checked fairly regularly for that vibration?
So the fire department comes down
Yeah, that's probably not enough.
and check.
If it's
That's when
driving,
I've noticed it.
but if it's driving around town all day, it's going to impact in the bottom of the cylinder. Now, the standard says every 6 months. But it might just pay you guys, just take it off the stand, give it a shake maybe once a month.
Maybe more stress than I noticed.
Yeah. The standard is
Depending on my shift.
monthly. But yeah, they do compact down just with the movement. They're not much good here. If you compare, it's just a hard lump in the bottom of the cylinder.
That's why the guys that come and check ours sometimes they lift them off a thing, go like that.
And that's all you need to
and
do.
pull them back.
That's all you need to do. Yeah, just to disturb that settling.
All the ring old tired.
Oh, okay.
They just do it.
Yeah, the fire brigade used to do it, but there are quite a few companies around now that,
You know, fire brigade comes
yeah, that you can buy fire extinguishers off and all the fire blankets and they do the checks. Yeah, there's quite a few different ones around there. But they do charge. Yeah. But I think like the fire brigade used to just do it for a bit of a money maker and not charge very much, but I think they're on a par with the commercial fellas now. Well, really, it's a commercial service. If you've got them, you have to have them serviced. Is the emergency evacuation procedure and information clearly displayed? Good. Tells us where we have to go. Almost. Just tells us to exit. Oh yeah, it does. The little bottom map is telling us where the evacuation points are, and the back of the building is telling us to actually go out that door. What if we can't go out that door? Come up there, and if we get really desperate, we can do it. Go out through the office. So let's hope we don't have to. Well,
But then that can be a hazard as well. You have to make sure that door's closed so you don't get crushed.
oh, okay. If it's fine. But there are a number of reasons why we might need to evacuate the yard. Or lock down. Schools getting locked down. 4 or 5 ships still got locked down because there was a bomb threat.
That was last week.
Yeah.
That was a long time. Did you just have one at your campus?
Yeah. It was interesting that they actually locked down, but they must have been really, really confident that it was a hoax. Anyway. Oh, shit.
Yeah, and then you get them out running.
I didn't see anybody get up to step out emergency warning. No. Towards building Aaron's place. Probably a small problem to have. I mean, that's what actually it's one of the harder ones to, because it probably means we haven't got one at the moment.
But also that person here for 24 hours a day. It's not like we're 9 to 5.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's perhaps a question of flag. It's something that doesn't. We have got to the stage now where anybody who delivers at night has to be a first aider. So that they might take an ambulance or whatever. But yeah, nothing to say you've got to be a fire warden. But they did tell us to make sure we had our phones with us, not have somewhere else. Yeah, we do until after we're gone, and it just nobody knows. You know, it's security for us rather than the buildings.
Buildings would be alarmed.
Oh, there's some cameras over on the end of the main building. Only because we broke into the building. No, well, they broke into the admin area and busted open the safe. I don't think they were after computers. They thought there might be some money in it. Nobody paid. Get a little bit. Again, the one with first aid kits, and that's an as needs. Do you reckon we need a first aid kit? Yeah, I did have to, as a safety committee, we had to argue because they got a defib and at night. It was all right during the day because get at night time. It wasn't bubble scan. That made good.
Sorry.
No, it's all right.
You're crackling.
We're all learning.
My computer was going to run out of battery, so I had to plug it in.
That explains the noise. Yeah, the DP is available. And it's first aid. So, you saw it there when you were in there? Yeah, I carry one of my cards. I reckon that might be a good idea. The bandages will be out of date, sailing will be out of date.
If you have it. I don't know what's in it anymore.
Yeah,
I
okay. Well, that's a good reminder. Yeah. Well, yeah, well, that's right.
There's a Yankee mate.
Yankees must have drowned.
Oh, I don't think they know that must.
Well, ours is still based on surf life safety.
Well, that's right.
Yeah. But I must admit though, some things have changed over the time I did it. Times. Very first one I went to, I reckon I was about 8. I went with my dad. And they were still teaching cuts up to snake bite.
Some people still think,
Not a good idea.
oh, it's wrong. People panic.
But I think back then it was a real not understanding how the mechanics of snake bite worked. They were so convinced that the venom went into the bloodstream that they reckon it could only do good if you could get venom out.
Not thinking of the transferring secondhand.
Yeah, well, you've still got, through your salivary glands getting to it, so you're just exposing another person. His Institute first aid personnel identified, well, that would be a discussion as well. Certainly in the offices we have the photo and the mugshot sort of stuff. But I just told you all our night staff have to be qualified first aiders. I've got to go and do my CPR. Wait till you tell me when it is. So anything you've got to know for there should have something beside it. Yeah? So then what's the next one say? Recommended corrective action. You do that? Everything you said no to?
Well, we've already.
What sort of
Pretty
things
much
have you
done
written?
it as we went, you know.
Yeah, what sort of things have you written? Just so
So like with the 9.4 designated emergency wardens being
Okay.
identified, no. So if no, please provide details, or there is no details,
Yeah.
and then recommended corrective action is to
Up-
the name of the
update.
person up there.
yeah, update the information.
Yeah.
And therein lies one of the problems of having something like that. Because you do have to keep updating it. As I said, there are a couple of hundred rooms here. Imagine going around all the rooms and making sure that sort of information
So is there
right.
only like for a campus this size, is there only one fire warden?
No.
One
I was
per
going to say.
Probably one or two per building. Yeah, and in the bigger buildings that they're aiming anyway, they have one per floor.
Oh, wow. So you don't have to run through the whole building by yourself. This time if.
And then people can also know what it is specific to that area. Like we've got a guy in a wheelchair works up on the top floor, so there's a special plan for him. Well, it's basically bring him out onto the exterior staircase and wait for the fire brigade to come and get him.
Yeah.
And someone's got to wait with him.
Just go around.
Oh,
Without doing that.
I mean, he's so tiny anyway, he just about chairlift him around. Yeah.
my mate John,
Piggyback. Someone else.
literally, he said to me, he goes, if I'm ever in that situation, what are you going to do? I'm just going to throw you over your shoulder. Right? What do you want me to do? And he's like, oh, but, you know, what if I hurt myself? I said, well, it can't be anything worse than what it is now, mate.
Okay, so we've done that exercise, and I know we've only done two tonight. We're going to just quickly think about a couple more that I thought about. Why doesn't? Oh, there we go. So more practice. Time to throw it over to you so that we can perhaps solve some of your things. So I'll give you another copy of the JSA when I realise what I've done with them. What have I done with them? No, I had more. I didn't give them to you with Deb's stuff, did I?
No. Hey, Deb, do you want me to bring this stuff to Cobram?
Oh, we're not going to get time to film it anyway, so it's no great drama.
I'll come in on Wednesday. I'll be in on Wednesday night.
All right.
I have got another one.
Yeah.
If you want, it's up to you. It's 20 to 9. We're not going to get 4 of them or 5 of them done. But if we just talk about it. Yep. So choose a task that's routinely performed in your workplace. Complete the safe work, whatever it is, procedure with the help of your classmates.
Let's pick one person and we'll help them one person.
That's a good idea. See, we've only got 20 minutes.
You're going to meet.
This is your workplace, Michael.
Yours is everywhere.
Michael's is easy. Go on. Let's do yours.
So in this instance, you don't want a work area, you want a task.
a task.
So,
Let's say,
Could be polishing a weld. It
I was
could
going to
be-
say welding a beam up.
okay, righto.
Okay.
What's the sort name?
Broadway Street Forest.
New boss, Michael.
And everybody in the years.
And Deb.
What?
We're doing a JSA for Michael's workplace on welding.
Okay.
Beam?
Having the beam,
Yeah.
5 metres long, it's
So it's a heavy steel.
5 metres long, it's a U-beam. Yep. He's about, say, say 5 kilos.
Did you say 250 or 350?
350.
So it's kgs I'm thinking, or
Yep.
ton, yeah. What is it, a U-beam, did you say?
Yep.
What else can I put in there?
5 meters long.
Yeah, oh yeah. What are we using? Cheap, MIG, SIG?
We'll go MIG. Mild steel it is too. Mild steel.
Yep. Mild steel. That really means a lot to us, but anyway. So again, we want to go through the process.
Permit required?
No.
When would you use a permit?
If you're on site somewhere where there was a risk of fire, either from while you were doing it or from the residual heat.
But if you're in the workshop,
You don't normally worry about it. Nothing to burn.
it's plenty of burn, but in
Yeah,
the
but it's all
workshop,
metal, isn't it?
yeah, that's right. But when you go on site, especially across the road, it's better. There's like cooling panels.
Yeah, insulation material, paper. No, what- actually, yeah, it was welding being done in a roof space somewhere, and they didn't wait till it cooled down completely, and they started a little fire. Luckily, the sprinkler system put it out.
I used to wait there for half an hour. And finish my
But, well, or until it's cool, wouldn't it be?
yeah.
Fire a couple of weeks ago, right?
Oh, okay.
Guy cutting bricks.
Yep.
The sparks going that way into the open paddock
Oh, okay.
instead of against the concrete wall.
All right.
That would make a difference. So he should have done a task analysis.
So what's our activity model?
That
Welding?
Welding.
Welding. But how does it, in what order does it go?
Well, we've got to get the beam first. Make sure it's cut to length.
cut to length. So how do we?
Control.
No, it's the first
That's
part
the
of the task.
requirement.
Yeah, just to grab whatever size beam you need.
Make sure you put the two.
Yeah, well, that's a good point. So how do you move a beam that's 5 meters long, weighs 350 kilos?
Crane.
Okay, so you're going to have to use the crane.
Forklift.
So is that a hazard in itself?
Yes.
I think we're only going to pretty much get hazards.
That's right.
I think we're doing chemicals next week.
And then do we weld it after that? Or is it safety?
You got to prep it.
So I'll just say with crane or forklift. So this is going to be our task breakdown.
And then
First name, yep, and weld.
So what do we do after we've got the beam?
We prep it, make sure.
What does that involve?
Cut it to the right length.
Anything else?
Make sure grind or make sure it's already
So smooth the cut off.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
deburr.
Finish. Oh, okay, deburr, yeah. Yeah, anything else? No chemical treatment or anything like that? Mhm. So any other actions? Weld it,
Mold it.
weld beam. So
Oh, and then spray paint.
use, yeah, well, the welder. Do we have to finish the weld? Polish the weld at all? Okay, not with this one. Spray paint. So they're our steps, hazards at each of those steps. It's getting too late for this. Hazards. Yeah, so I think you've got to say something about the crane.
Yep, but make sure you got license for concrete.
So with your cranes, are they a licensed one?
Well, forklift, yes.
The forklift's definitely licensed. But some cranes are too.
Yeah, but in our workshop, you just gotta be.
So it's a smaller crane than the ones
Yeah.
you need to be.
Is that a control one?
It's still a,
Was it a hazard?
yeah, I guess it's just a note at this point. Yeah, you're probably right. It's probably not actually a hazard. It's the control. Yeah, no, you're right. It's the, yeah, that's the control. No, you're right. Certainly, and if we're going to put in what it might do to us, crushing. It's scary. Okay, let's keep moving with the hazards. How do you cut it?
With a big bandsaw.
Okay. So the bandsaw is another hazard. Amputation might be a hazard outcome there.
Things quicker in your eyes.
Okay, yeah. So what do we say? Flying debris. Want a better way to say it? If you can think of a better way.
Is it slag?
Just it's just the
It's just filings, basically.
yeah, just
I can remember taking my husband in the doctor with iron filings in his eye. The doctor just got a magnet really close to his eye and pulled them out. They're just sitting on the surface of his eye, luckily. We've done the right thing and covered both eyes up, so he wasn't blinking all the time. Talking about blind leading the blind that day. Deburring the cut, what are we using there? Grinder. So again, grinders have got to go up there in the hazardous, so cuts and burns.
So you've also got the flash from it too.
Yeah, we haven't welded yet. Oh yeah, grinder flash is more, they're hot specks of metal. Yeah, that's not like welding flash, that's just bits that are going to land in your eyes. Yeah. Yeah, so the flying debris would include that. Back over to you, Michael. Any other hazards? So are we up to welding it yet?
Yeah, we
Hazards?
can. Flash.
Yep.
Well,
Welding flash. What could that do to us?
your eyes.
So blindness?
Yep.
Anything else?
Heat.
So that was pretty obvious. Burns. Any other hazards you're using your welder? How are you controlling this 350 kilos of metal?
Just some trestles.
Okay. Did it fall off?
Welding it to?
No.
Beam or
Sorry?
what are we welding it to?
We just welded some plates. Yeah, no, it'll be, if it's on trestles, it won't go.
Won't go anywhere? You sure about that?
Yeah,
Some-
the way we do it, it won't go anywhere.
I
The
know,
weight of
I know the weight of it will, to some extent, will hold it
They cradle trestles or
No, just trestles. Just
that trestle?
there. But even if someone walked up into it, it's not going to fall off.
No.
But if a forklift drove into it, that could push it off.
So it needs to be isolated area.
The weight is pretty much going to fix it, I think, in lots of instances. But yeah, you might still want to some sort of barrier around your entire, given that you have to do something about the welding flash, and again, we're starting to move into controls for that.
Screens.
Yes, you've got to put screens up anyway. So just something to stop it being able to be knocked off. Well, that's what we want to do anyway, isn't it? Stop it falling off. Tell you what, you're not going to pick it up off your foot.
Above my toes.
Spray painting.
So we might move on to painting.
We need MSD.
Yeah, that's a control. What's the hazards?
Fumes.
Yep. Oh, that's a bit more specific here. Paint fumes. Any others?
Painting control.
Overspray. Yeah, so we're getting it where we don't want.
We've got when we do legs.
Oh, is that it? And potentially on people too.
No, not really. It's just
Okay.
on the ground because
So when you say spray paint, have you got a setup?
we just do it in the back of the workshop on the trestles.
So there's no
So it's
ventilation or anything like that?
Oh, the doors are wide open. And if it's,
Mm.
we've got those big fans, it gets pretty big.
So potentially, what sort of damage we talk?
From the fumes.
Yeah.
Headaches.
Yes.
In the extreme cases, you pass out.
Yeah, and
It'd
there's
have
no
to be,
ventilation.
it'd have to be enclosed.
Yeah.
If there's no ventilation.
the only reason I say it, and I don't know how this relates to the likes of panel frame for cars, but I know a lot of panel beaters in the past have ended up with different cancers from being exposed to the spray from the Duco.
Yeah.
And then now they all have to be done in an extraction area where the fumes are all pulled out.
Yeah, but that's only in a small area or so. Our workshop.
Yeah, just still breathing it in.
Yeah, but I mean, you open the doors there and
Yeah, but if the wind's blowing into the factory, it's spreading the fumes into the factory.
then there's one of the big fans.
Extraction.
Like big air conditioners.
Is that the industry standard? That would be my next question. What do other workplaces like yours do when they've got a paint stick? I think it's worth finding out if you can.
Because it could be particles that paint in the air.
Oh, of course. I know the person that's doing the spray painting.
Okay, so it's time to move on to controls, I think. And that'll pretty much finish it. So let's do a quick click on controls.
So Trace, if you got Have you got those sheets for me too?
Yeah, don't worry about printing them.
Oh, cool.
Got some of those sitting here for you.
Oh, thank you.
So, what are controls on how we stopping crushing by the crane or forklift?
License
Mhm.
restricted access
To what?
to the area where it's operating and barriers around it.
Yeah, that's pretty good. What about the bandsaw?
Make sure we've got the right PPE and safety glasses.
Yeah, so for the bandsaw, there's other things on the bandsaw though before you go PPE.
Guards.
Guards,
Yeah, so we got some guards.
safety
Safety guards
switches.
and switches in place.
Anything else? E-stop? Has it got an emergency stop on it anyway?
And just switches.
Okay. So then I'll let you start to tell me about PPE. What sort of PPE?
Safety glasses.
Anything else?
Gloves?
No, you
Oh
won't.
no, because you're too far
Gloves
away
gonna
from it,
get
aren't
a
you?
glove's
Safety
gonna get.
glasses.
How does
The
the
gloves are
beam
there.
get moved along the saw, or is the saw moved along the beam? Which,
You
Which
put the beam
moves.
on the rollers with the crane and then you just move where you want to cut it.
Yeah, so generally whatever you're cutting will move into the saw. With this one. Just like the one they used to cut chops, which is the bigger.
that's the operator moving
Yeah, so but it might not be the operator. Is there some sort of automation that moves the beam through the blade, or do you guys
we
push
just
it?
do it. We put it on the rollers with the crane and then from there we just push it, measure
Okay.
it.
So there's probably some manual handling there too.
Yeah, it's pretty heavy. Yeah, you're right.
So we need to, oh, I can't add into that. I can't add it, but you can.
We
As a manual handling for the bandsaw, because you're pushing this 350 kilo beam. And even though you've got rollers that helps, it's still going to be a bit of an effort.
No, it is those big things.
Yeah.
So it's usually one or two people doing that.
Oh, no, we've got rollers.
So we need to maintain the rollers. So here I'm just going to put
Maintenance.
well main. Right, Tracy. It's a horrible word to type. Maintain.
Must be Deb's phone.
Don't know. Okay, so the flying debris. Only because it's now 9 o'clock. I'm just pushing you a little bit.
On debris, safety glass.
Anything else?
Long sleeves or a leather apron.
You do any of that, Michael?
No, not with apron. Long sleeves, yes.
Okay. What about when we're grinding?
Long sleeves, glasses,
I'll just
and noises in there too.
okay.
Some muffs.
Right, I got it right. What are you on about?
No, me.
Oh,
I put A instead of E.
oh, okay. Welding flash?
Welder's mask.
Is that the case for me too, Michael?
Sorry?
What are we doing to stop blindness from welding flash.
Welding mask and the welding screens, yeah.
Oh yeah, screen for other people.
Yep.
Yep. What about the heat side of it? What was that? That was for welding as well, I think.
Well, we have the long sleeves.
Yep.
And we have the leather jacket. Well, not leather, but it's special. I wouldn't call it leather.
Yep.
They're like a suede type.
Yeah.
Are they sort of similar sort of things to chaps?
Yes.
What about the fumes? So fumes is
Oh yeah.
Um,
Some of the boys have got
ventilation.
ventilated helmets.
Okay.
If
So
they
with
do-
oxygen.
just clean air. They've got a thing down the back. If
Yeah.
they do, especially if they're doing the optimist.
So that gives you a bit of an idea for Michael's. But as I said, probably a good one to actually, if you can, do a bit of a comparison with someone else who also works in that sort of situation. Even Yarra Engineering, are they still going? Yarrawonga Engineering? Yeah, there used to be an engineering place at Yarrawonga.
Sure.
They're just on the highway.
Just Katie East.
I know the other ones here, they had really bad record. Strategy, I think. Yeah.
You're very cheap.
Yeah, I know, they moved over the border.
Somebody else has moved into their shed now. Like, hey,
Okay, so there you go. You might be able to start your own self-help group. Anyway, we better call it quits for the night. We're late. Don't stress, Carney. It's all good. So, Deb, you good to go? You're muted. Can't hear you.
Yep.
Yeah, cool.
I'm unmuted now.
Yeah, so we'll see you Wednesday.
I'll see
Yeah,
you on Wednesday night. Yep.
yeah. Yeah, if not me, I'll send everything with Trevor. We'll see what happens. But unless you hear otherwise,
All right.
we'll make it a 7 o'clock start.
Cool. No worries.
I'll have to tell that to Trevor too.
Okay.
Yeah, well, we'll let you know.
So that means
Okay. See you, everyone.
Just watch this space. See ya.
Bye.
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 Bye. Bye.